The Weather Channel presents Ice Pilots, Mondays at 9. Now your local on the 8s.
A freeze warning is in effect for our area. Currently, the temperature is 38 degrees under clear skies. Our local Doppler radar. For tonight, mainly clear, low 25. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And on Friday, a mainly sunny sky, high 57. Winds north-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And Friday night, clear skies, low 33. Winds light and variable. And on Saturday, mostly sunny skies, high 62. Winds light and variable. The week ahead.
Millions of people who've been seeing above average temperatures are about to see a big chill. We'll tell you where it's going to go from hot to cold.
And we're also keeping a close watch on a blizzard in one part of the country. We have the latest right now on Weather Center Live.
Good evening. You're watching Weather Center Live. I'm Chris Warren.
And I'm Crystal Lager. On this Thursday evening, it's now 10:30 Eastern, 9:30 Central.
And here's the latest on the Texas tornadoes.
Right now, Tuesday's tornado count stands at 19. 17 tornadoes confirmed, one preliminary in Texas, and one confirmed tornado in Louisiana. More than 300 Dallas-Fort Worth flights were canceled today.
Texas Governor Rick Perry issued a disaster declaration for Dallas, Tarrant, and Kaufman counties. This morning, he surveyed the damage in Lancaster. He says it could have been worse. Right now, we're hearing from survivors in their own words.
It was like right at me.
And then it started flying across over there.
I mean, it was very violent.
My son could have been upstairs in his room. That room is gone.
I mean, look at this. I mean, there's not a wall.
So I just thank God that everybody's all right that's all right.
I got my wife, my grandkid.
If there is a natural disaster, if there's something that happens, we want to be here to support you. We'll be there 24 hours. We'll have volunteers.
We'll do the cleanup and as much recovery as we humanly can. We know that these people have been hurt. We're here to spread some sweat and show God's love.
See it on television. You know, we saw it up, in the Midwest, but it's another thing when it comes to hit you personally.
Sure will. If you'd like to donate $10 to the survivors of the Texas tornadoes, text Red Cross to 90999.
Now to the radar right now and a look at the advisories that are out. This is the only severe thunderstorm watch box. It does include Montgomery here and across eastern sections of Alabama. This is one area where we could still see some large hail and even some damaging wind, locally heavy rain also. And you can see these storms moving into northwest Georgia now, right on top of Rome, Georgia. We have a new severe thunderstorm warning.
Hey, you can see it just sort of blossom right there. And that severe thunderstorm warning, notice it's angled down in the direction of the southeast, and You know, something you have to watch out for, threat for large hail. You can't forget the lightning. We're seeing as we get a little bit wider view here. You're seeing the flashes. That's where the lightning is coming down right now.
Charleston starting to improve from where we were just earlier this evening. And by tomorrow, we still have a threat for some severe weather across central and southern Florida. Now to the other big story, the hot and cold weather we're tracking, and a big change on the way.
Big time. And we are dealing with some frost and freeze advisories for millions of people who've already seen some record-breaking warm temperatures. And this is a look at the frost and the freeze from parts of the Northeast into the Great Lakes, the entire lower peninsula of Michigan under a freeze advisory here. So dealing with some very cold nights on the way. It's going to be a very, very chilly one. So there's the cold and there's also the snow. Now, Michael Young took this picture in Montana, and he says, just yesterday I was wearing shorts and flip-flops, and today looking at snow. Look at the color of this. Look at the golden color of the grass coming out. Almost looks like cornflakes in milk, doesn't it? Nice shot there from Michael Young. Certainly appreciate it. Some very cold air. That's the beautiful side. The ugly side could be blizzard conditions, and this is a look at where blizzard conditions will be possible, and we're looking at the threat for this going tomorrow into early Saturday morning. But the worst of it, it looks like will be in that time period. And this is how things are going to play out. We're going to see that low move into, starting to move into the plains even as early as Friday. Behind it, we're going to see really windy conditions from Yellowstone all the way up to the Canadian border, and a lot of snow. Eventually, that's going to swing out. Still some showers around, snow showers around on Sunday, but this is what we're looking at as far as total accumulations, and this is up. That forecast looks like in some cases, Crystal, a foot of snow.
All right, still winter there, Chris. And east of the Rockies, it has been warmer than it should be this time of year for so many places. And that's why we're talking about going from hot to cold here. During the month of March, these are all the locations where we had the warmest March on record. And you were probably cranking up the AC during the heat. We sure did that here across the South. These are all of the cities where you had the warm temperatures. And it's unbelievable that all of these big locations, Minneapolis, Chicago, St. Louis, Kansas City, recording the warmest March on record, Detroit all the way into Atlanta and areas of the Northeast as well. And that does include New England all the way up into Albany and Portland. Now, tomorrow we still have warmth here through the middle of the country, but a pattern change is expected. This is going to drag in some of the coolest air we have seen since February around the Ohio Valley, down to the south and across the Northeast. So how cool are we talking? This is early next week. We'll start with Tuesday, and your forecast highs compared to average, only 51 in Detroit, Raleigh at 60, getting out of the 80s in a lot of these spots. And then the coldest morning will be Wednesday, some 30s by the time you wake up, especially there in the Ohio Valley. May have to cover some plants and flowers with this one.
And we've been dealing with a lot of severe weather this week, and with all of that,